new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down front. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't down once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She says she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't fail. Cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. All that I heard that y'all was talking, it was comical. Pull up in your city for the evening, what you trying to do? Cause I'm open to it. I know that you missing, but you gon' get through it. I can help with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back.
Today, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the Washington football team. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well. And that would appear to be a face mask.
Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. They run it with Carson. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Carson, the ball carrier.
The numbers on the ground for Carson last week. 14 carries, 52 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 16-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
On the carry.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Minshew sets to throw. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
It's 2nd and inches at the 4-yard line.
Now it's Carson. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Chris Carson. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints have taken the early lead. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Gibson, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 22 more yards there and another 1st down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung here.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good.
Yeah.
Backside guys,
meh.
That's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
26.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And a yard.
Stick back to pass. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the 1st quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close, and it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning. They got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson, and he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now Minshew has it knocked out, fumble, and it's Washington that scoops it up, and he'll be down at the 6-yard line.
Fumble on the play.
He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defender.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of the times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Their own 26-yard line.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Minshew, 1st and 10. That's complete into the hands of Carson. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. This is Carson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
On the carry.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down. Well, partner, that's one of the problems when you sell out to stop the run on 3rd and short. Sometimes you break that initial wall and you go a long way.
So how do you prevent it?
That's tough to do. That really is tough to do. One of the things offenses like to do nowadays in practice, you know, they do a lot of working against equal numbers. They'll start putting more and more numbers up.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Eric Ebron. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz to try to add the PAT. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the 1st quarter. So that drive, 4 plays. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Washington, 7.
Now stick. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Will Lutz lining up.
Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski
different
was an
things
interception.
for different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables.
word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stick. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes us forward for about 6.
He was tackled at the
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he'll give it here to his running back. And good running, going to get this down close to a 1st at the Saints 37. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Right back to him on 1st down. Open space inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line, because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
That's complete, right around the 8. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much, unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. A shotgun throw for Stick. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Makes the score Saints 21.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
So now Eric Ebron and the rest of the offensive unit trotting on the field. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Recon, 132 fighter.
On second down, it's Carson. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Minshew throwing on third down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carson. And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the first down marker. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. He and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin. 82 yards.
And Washington able to come up with a quick strike touchdown.
And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Looking to throw again on second down. Minshew. They'll run the screen with Carson. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
As they'll talk it over here before what'll be an important 3rd down. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 20, 10, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
To number 87.
A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
Here's Stick on 1st and 10. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Stick looks to throw it again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
Now 3rd and goal.
And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Stick to throw once more. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Devin Duvernay in the final seconds of the 1st half. And Washington able to make this a close game again.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this 1st half as the kick is away. From the 6. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this 1st half. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
24.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late.
Number
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On 2nd down now. It's Gibson, and this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
and 10.
Here's Stick looking to throw. And he finds McLaurin. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 26. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. First and 10, Stick. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming. let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Stick looks to throw. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stick. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Off play action, it's Stick. Rolling to his right. And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown. Well, there was a little extra pressure with that one because it was 3rd down. He didn't care. He snagged it with one hand like it was routine.
The key is to make a play in a tough situation. Doesn't matter how. And in this case, one-handed gets it done. Terrific play for us to watch.
Point after try forthcoming. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. A 10-play drive that time. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Throwing on 2nd down. Minshew firing quickly here, and that's complete. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Here's Carson. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. A throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
Third down and 2 yards.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And they give this time to the tailback. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense.
And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he is really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. You never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, it's Gibson. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Washington on 3rd down.
They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down.
That's good.
Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. And some space here. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
It's a 1st down Washington on a pickup of 18. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
At the Saints' 10-yard line.
A give, the first man through, Gillespie, the fullback. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4th quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
28.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
A short kick taken at the 18. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. To the right side to Eric Ebron. That catch good for only a couple.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
To throw again on 2nd down. Minshew. Ebron caught left side. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. It'll be Minshew again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. He is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
McCann on for the field goal.
McCann's kick up and good.
And that will stretch the lead up to 13. 41. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down on the scoreboard. At time, a huge factor. Well, their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
And Minshew going to get him to the line quickly. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young
in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. And they take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
We got 4. We got 4. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.